This baby is no ordinary one. He was born with a net worth of billions. Even his comb is made of gold, and his lip gloss has to be a limited edition. As a result, the baby was targeted by 3 criminals. They disguised themselves as photographers to take pictures of the baby, and then take the baby out the window when the parents aren't looking, and left behind a ransom note. The 3 kidnappers had just returned home when the baby made them all panic. Nick tried to feed the baby, but he tested the milk temperature by putting it on Tom's forehead. This move made the baby laugh joyfully. To avoid being discovered by anyone else, the best way was to get the baby to sleep. Tom told the baby a bedtime story, and ended up falling asleep himself. At that moment, a pigeon flew by the window. The baby curiously crawled after it. He crawled all the way up to the rooftop. When he leaned out of the window to look down, saliva accidentally dripped out, and it landed right on the boss' neck. The 2 looked up. They quickly got up and chased after him. At that moment, the baby was crawling on a plank toward the house across. The boss was the first to charge after him, but then the 2 underlings had just helped the boss up, and he was still dazed. Another mishap happened. Nick, frustrated, knocked the plank off. The 2 underlings helped the boss up, ready to jump over, but the boss fell into a trash pile again, and to top it off, he was hit by a telephone pole. While the underlings were helping the boss, the baby quietly sneaked away from the kidnappers. When the boss regained his senses, he found that the baby had already climbed onto a bus. The 3 of them quickly jumped into their car to chase after him. They eventually found the baby hiding in a passerby's vegetable basket. So, the 3 kidnappers followed the passerby. Unexpectedly, the woman turned around and greeted them in a ladylike manner. Meanwhile, the baby successfully crawled into the zoo, but the 3 kidnappers were not so lucky. They intended to jump through the bushes for a shortcut, but they ended up jumping straight into a construction pit. By the time they caught up, the baby had already found his boss, and was happily eating free food in the gorilla's cage. The 3 stood frozen in place,